What's going on, everybody? This is Brian Mazique of the Fight Guys and also write for Forbes.com and Heavy.com. And we're talking UFC Fight Night 172. We are powered by Fight TV and presented by Bet Online. Taking a look at the odds for this fight, Krzysztof Jotko is the minus 150 favorite. Eryk, your boy, Anders is plus 130 underdog. And just taking a look at this fight is fairly interesting. Two guys who were on 3-fight losing streaks turn around, go to 2-fight win streaks, and now they're kind of both at this place where we have to find out which one is going to pass. So before we get into the fight, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Also like this video, and don't forget to click the notifications bell after you subscribe so that you will know when new videos are dropping. If you want to see the rest of the fights that have been previewed on this particular card, upper right corner, you can see that by clicking it there. All right, so let's talk about this fight. Jotko, 21-4. Both guys about 6'1". Should come in around about, by the time the fight rolls around, I expect Eryk Anders to be the bigger guy. I think he'll rehydrate up bigger. But Jotko's a little longer, just overall frame, just the way they are filled out. And we'll see. I mean, I'm going to be totally honest. Neither one of these guys really truly excite me as prospects. I think we've seen both of them go as high as they're going to go. So I don't know what comes of this fight. We'll see. Ultimately, I have an idea, and I'm going to share my prediction with you in a second. But let's talk about the striking. Eryk Anders clearly has the edge in power. He is massively strong, big time power. If he connects with that right hand or the left, I mean, he can crack, and everybody knows that he can crack. Thing about his striking is a little bit slow and lumbering. Now, he is a really good athlete. Obviously, played college football, I believe, for University of Alabama. So you play D1 college football, especially in the SEC, you for real. You're for real as an athlete. So that goes without saying. But that translation to fluid striking may not be as simple as it may seem. And he just hasn't ever been a fluid striker. He packs all kinds of dynamite in those hands, but he's got to connect. And Jotko, for the most part, has been pretty good as a defensive fighter and stand-up. He's gotten caught a couple times. Uriah Hall caught him, but I mean, Uriah Hall's a fantastic striker from a skill standpoint. But Jotko was winning that fight until he got caught, and that's kind of the way things have gone for him when he has lost. He has been maybe in control at some point, and then something, the wheels just kind of fall off for him. But I do think he's a better overall striker. He's not going to, stop guys and light guys up with these big, huge power shots. But he is, I think, a better striker. He has 21 victories in his career. Only 6 of them have come by stoppage for KO or TKO. He has 1 submission victory in his career, and that was so long ago, it's not even really relevant to what's going on right now. So Jotko is traditionally a guy who fights to go the distance. And so we'll see how that works out for him in this one. If we go to grappling, Eryk Anders is definitely the guy who is physically stronger. From a technique standpoint, though, I think Jotko might have a little bit of an edge, though he doesn't particularly love to be on the ground. So this one's kind of a push for me, because Anders is so strong and can be so heavy on top. If he does get that position, I'm sure he can do some damage. But I think Jotko will probably be able to avoid that, on top of the fact that Anders probably wants to throw the hands anyway. So, or at least he does, until maybe something happens, he doesn't get the best of it, and he realizes he's not getting the best of the exchanges, and then maybe he then resorts to going to the takedown. We'll see if that's how it transpires. But I think this is kind of a push, because while Jotko may have the better technique, I think Anders is so much stronger and so much more physical and athletic and explosive that I think he might be able to kind of close that gap a little bit. If you talk about the intangible aspects of this matchup, Jotko he's not the picture of confidence in the octagon. He just isn't. It's just something about him that looks shaken or shakeable. And I don't know what it is, but there's something with the way his demeanor works in the octagon. It just looks vulnerable. He's the type of guy that even when he's the favorite, sometimes you're hesitant to pick him because of that frailty that he kind of carries into the octagon. We'll see. Eryk Anders, his issue for me, beyond the fact that he's not that fluid of a striker, is that he tends to gas. And when he gasses out, his output drops significantly. He becomes vulnerable. He's very tough. He can take shots, and you're probably going to have a very difficult time finishing him. But he does slow down, and when he gasses out, he kind of just, the rounds are given up at that point. And when we move over here to our predictions, what I have for this fight, that's big. One of the biggest reasons why I have Jotko winning by unanimous decision. I just feel that he'll be able to avoid takedown attempts. I think he'll be able to avoid eating a huge right hand from Anders. And I think he'll just outstrike him from the outside with just a more technical game, a little bit longer. I think he'll frustrate Anders. And ultimately, I think he'll win a fairly easy fight. I don't see him losing a round, honestly. And it's not because, oh, I hold him in such high regard. It's just stylistically, the way this one breaks out, I can see him staying on the outside, kicks, jabs, stuffing a couple takedowns. Shouldn't have to stuff a ton of them just because of his movement. And I think he wins a unanimous decision. So you guys let me know what you think in the comment section. I love to hear it. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and to click the notifications bell. As always, I appreciate you watching. God bless and peace.